बहुदेवा मनुस्सा च मङ्गलानि अचिन्तयन् आकङ्क्षमाना सोत्थानं ब्रूहि मङ्गलमुत्तमम्.
Nalanda Mahavihar was set up basically to rejuvenate the old scholarly and cultural traditions that were started in ancient times by Mahavihar at this place. And I am very pleased to see the kind of status which this Mahavihar has now assumed in terms of scholarly pursuit as well as in terms of infrastructure facilities for the scholars. And I am sure that this Mahavihar is going to play a very, very important role for the objective for which it has been set up.
Nalanda Mahavihar is established to revive the lost glory of ancient Nalanda University. So truly, we are the keeper of or we can say the heritage of Nalanda and its continuity.
Nalanda Mahavihar have to play a pivotal role. It's not only in India but internationally. This could be the focal point where the scholars can come, they can study, they can propagate the Buddhism. So I see great future for Nalanda Mahavihar.
The Nalanda Mahavihar signifies the dawn of a new era over the historical land of Nalanda. A whole new fascinating world is waiting to be discovered here. Situated on the southern bank of historical Indrapushkarni Lake, the Nalanda Mahavihar is a unique institution situated at an equally unique place, a place which has always been synonymous with knowledge right from the ancient times.
You are in the campus of Nalanda Mahavihara. Nalanda Mahavihara was the term which was used for the ancient Nalanda University. If we go into the etymology of the word Nalanda, there are different type of variation and derivation of this term Nalanda. It is mentioned that this place, Nalanda, was the place which was for offering, for giving. Na alang dadati Nalanda. So this was the place where the knowledge was given. Nalang in Sanskrit and Pali means lotus, and lotus is a symbol of knowledge, wisdom. Dadati means to give. So the place where knowledge was given.
जिसका देना कभी पर्याप्त नहीं हुआ. यहाँ इतना ज्ञान का भंडार था कि कोई अपना सारा जीवन लगा दे तब भी यहाँ से ज्ञान पूरा ज्ञान यहाँ का नहीं ले सकता था.
जो कम नहीं दे, जो ज्ञान जो है पूरा दे, उसको उसी को कहा गया नालंदा. तो कमल ज्ञान का प्रतीक है और यहाँ से ज्ञान का प्रकाश जो है विश्वविद्यालय के द्वारा पूरी दुनिया में फैलता था, इसीलिए इस स्थान को कहा गया नालंदा.
The remains of Sri Nalanda Mahavihar stand a testimony to the rich educational, cultural and philosophical heritage of India. Nalanda is the saga of unceasing glory in the grand narrative of India's great pedagogical legacy. One of the most lasting episodes of this awe-inspiring legacy is centered on the ancient Nalanda University. This great institution reached the acme of glory and eminence as the most innovative and unique hub of learning, and thus had no parallel. The growth of what we call Buddhist logic as the most important intellectual faculty was also one of the important achievements of this ancient university and its scholars.
Origin of Buddhist logic is climax of intellectual exercise in Buddhism.
Buddhism is a two-part. One is language, literature, another is the philosophy.
The scholarly discourses and the pedagogical practices undertaken here blaze the trail for the development of Buddhist psychology. Besides this, the most advanced theory of Acharya Nagarjuna was also an inextricable component of the discussions undertaken by the scholars here.
The people trained from Western model of education, trained on those lines, have a different model of understanding. They cannot understand the true meaning of the model of Nalanda University, the pedagogies, the methodology that were applied for teaching. Discussions were held day and night. There were people, the teachers and taught sat together day and night, deliberated on topics. So they penetrated deeper and deeper. And the philosophers of the ancient University of Nalanda had a great height.
The world's first curriculum for higher learning was also framed and implemented in this very university. The travelogue of Venerable Xuanzang, the famous Chinese monk scholar, gives a detailed account of Nalanda. Xuanzang gives a vivid description about the curriculum of the university as well, which was secular, but no doubt the emphasis was on Buddhism. Sri Nalanda Mahavihara witnessed a continuity of almost 1,000 years, and the impact it made on religion, education, philosophy, logic, art and architecture in India and other countries continued even after its fall.
As the time passed, Nalanda tradition passed on to various countries and regions, and we find that Nalanda became a concept. Nalanda, the wisdom of Nalanda was taught in several countries connected with South, Southeast, Far East. So everywhere Nalanda became a popular name. Both the tangible and the intangible heritage is related to Nalanda.
Even now, the monasteries or vihars in different parts of the world display the seal of ancient Nalanda University at their entrance or at the top. In view of the glorious legacy and heritage of ancient Sri Nalanda Mahavihara, His Excellency Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, took the initial steps for revival of the ancient seat of Buddhist learning at Nalanda and subsequently laid the foundation stone of Nalanda Mahavihara himself on the 20th of November 1951. Venerable Bhikkhu Jagdish Kashyap became its founder director. The vision of Dr. Rajendra Prasad was to develop a center of higher learning in Pali and Buddha studies along the lines of ancient Nalanda University. This institution started working as a small institute under the government of Bihar from just one building, which presently houses the university library. In due course of time, rock restoning of the institution was carried out after an inscribed seal of the ancient Sri Nalanda Mahavihara with a Dharamchakra flanked by 2 deers, which was found during the excavations of the ruins of ancient Nalanda University. The adjective Nav or new to the name of the ancient Nalanda Mahavihar was added by its founders, which not only signifies the resurrection of ancient Nalanda University, but also signifies the revival and reorientation of the academic tradition of ancient Nalanda Mahavihar on modern scientific lines.
Our place is really unique place, and this is a kind of blessing. You see this in the Pokharni, on the northern bank of this lake, there is end of ancient Nalanda Mahavihara. And on the southern bank of this lake, the government of India established Nava Nalanda Mahavihar with the help of government of Bihar.
Our founder director, Bhikshu Jagdish Kashyap, he himself was a great visionary. So he planned that unless and until people are attracted towards the basic language of the teachings of the Buddha, things cannot work out. So his thrust area was to have the original teaching, in Pali language.
Sabba papas akarnang, that is not to do any kind of sin. Sabba papas akarnang kusalasya upasampada, and that is accumulation of the merit and cleansing of one's own mind, cleansing the sin, cleansing the every kind of impurities. This is the teachings of the Buddha. This is in fact gist of the teachings of Buddha. If it is this, then we must need Pali literature.
At the time of establishment of this institution, very limited study material was available in any modern Indian language on Pali and Buddhism. Right from that time, the Nalanda Mahavihar not only took the responsibility of imparting teaching and conducting research in Pali language and literature, but also started the publication work of Pali texts for making them available to the journal readers as well as to the scholars. As a first step, the publication of the entire Tipitak in Devanagari script was undertaken. The extant Pali Tipitak is not only the earliest and the most authentic collection of the teachings of the Buddha, but the Tipitak and its ancillary literature is also the basic source material for the in-depth study of different aspects of ancient India.
पाली भाषा में इतिहास, दर्शन, साहित्य और व्याकरण ये चारों चीज का समावेश है। जब आप प्राचीन भारत का राजनीति शास्त्र पढ़ते हैं, प्राचीन भारत का इतिहास पढ़ते हैं, प्राचीन भारत की शब्द संरचना पढ़ते हैं, तो आपको पाली भाषा के सहारे ही बढ़ना होगा, आप उसके बिना नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं।
The methodology adopted to edit and publish the Pali Tipitak in Devanagari script by the Nalanda Mahavihar has become a role model for editing the text of Pali language throughout the world.
Bhikshu Jagdish Kashyap was an erudite scholar. In 1956, when the Pali Tipitak was compiled, it was edited under his as a chief editor he looked after, and he saw that the latest methodology should be involved in the production of this Tipitak. As a result, he had the base manuscript, which was from Chatta Sangayana, and then he correlated and compared the manuscript with other editions which were available, like Roman edition, Siamese edition, and Thai edition, Siamese or the Thai edition, and Myanmar edition was the Chatta Sangayan, which was taken as a base manuscript. So we see that various other editions were taken into consideration, and things which were left out in one edition, he tried to put that as a part of the critical note. So critical editing methodology was used, and as a result, this edition became very important and people appreciated world over.
इसका उद्देश्य था बुद्ध वचन का संग्रह, संपादन, उसका विकास और प्रचार। भगवान बुद्ध ने जो कहा उस शब्द में थे, उसको त्रिपिटक के रूप में महाविहार ने लाया, फिर उसका प्रकाशन किया और पूरी दुनिया की लाइब्रेरी तक उसको पहुंचाया।
Publication is a very important tool which reflects about any university or institution. So also in Nalanda Mahavihar, besides we published the entire Pali canon, but along with that some Attakathas and Tikas were also published, and importance was given to the publication of research material which was compiled by our teaching faculty and also which is compiled by the erudite scholars.
Our first director up to the present one, we are publishing research volumes and we invite research papers, monographs from scholars from different countries, different institutions, and then we publish it. And this is a very good exercise done by Nalanda Mahavihar in the field of Buddhism, different aspects of Buddhism, and we have papers, research volumes and papers on almost all aspects of Buddhism.
Being primarily a research institution, the Nalanda Mahavihar has laid special focus on research projects right from the time of its inception. A very important ongoing long-term research project is the Pali Hindi Dictionary project. 4 volumes of this important dictionary have already been published and work on the rest is going on.
It is for the first time in India a standard Pali Hindi dictionary is being compiled, and the first volume was released by His Excellency the President Kalam in 2007 when Government of India was celebrating 2550th Mahaparinirvana of the Buddha. So 2500 Mahaparinirvana anniversary, we came up with the first Pali Tipitak in Devanagari script, and again in 2550th anniversary, Parinirvana anniversary, we produced the Pali Hindi dictionary. So this work is going on. 2 more editions are needed.
We tried to make it a dictionary not only of the word and their meanings, but making clear with short notes the idea which is behind that a particular word. This is number 1. So then number 1, for example, the word Dhamma has suppose 10 meanings. So we give all 10. We give detailed meaning so that the idea becomes clear for common man. He understands what is Dhamma.
For the first time, a comprehensive dictionary where the word, the etymology of the word, the Sanskrit evolution of the word, all those are taken into consideration. Besides that, we have given the references and the cross references of from the Pali Tipitak and Attakathas. So here the word which you find the meaning along with its etymology, its derivation and its references have been given in detail. So for a scholar it becomes a wonderful tool for his research work.
नहीं, उस डिक्शनरी का बहुत ही फ़ायदा है क्योंकि हम लोगों का बैकग्राउंड पाली लैंग्वेज तो रहा नहीं है और बहुत सारी ऐसे शब्द आते हैं उसमें जिसका मुझे हिंदी तक पता नहीं होता है, तो उन डिक्शनरी के माध्यम से हम लोगों को उस शब्द का रियल मीनिंग पता चलता है.
The Nalanda Mahavihar has undoubtedly played a pivotal role for popularizing the Pali language and literature in India in consonance with the aims and objectives behind its establishment. Today, the Nalanda Mahavihar can boast of having one of the biggest departments of Pali in India.
पाली विभाग में 215-20 के आसपास हमारे छात्र हैं. जहाँ तक उपलब्धियों की बात है, हम हर साल करीब 50 से अधिक स्नातक और स्नातकोत्तर छात्र यहाँ से उत्तीर्ण करके हम भेजते हैं और उसके बाद 10 से अधिक पिछले कुछ वर्षों तक 10 के करीब यहाँ पर शोध छात्र अपना शोध पत्र प्रस्तुत करके शोध प्रबंध प्रस्तुत करके अपनी डिग्रीज ले चुके हैं. वर्तमान में हमारे पास पाली डिपार्टमेंट में अकेले 38 छात्र शोधरत हैं।
मॉन्क्स लोग का तो कल्चर ही रहा है, पाली से बहुत जुड़ाव रहा है। इंडियंस लोग भी पाली, शुरू में बहुत सारा सोच रहता है कि पता नहीं कर पाएंगे कैसा लैंग्वेज है, बट अभी जो सिचुएशन हो रहा है सब लोग पाली को एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, सब लोग सीखना चाह रहे हैं। मतलब फर्स्ट सेकेंड ईयर में ऐसा स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम लोग का सिलेबस है कि फर्स्ट ईयर में ये स्टेप है तो लोग जाना चाहेंगे सेकेंड ईयर में, ताकि मैं सेकेंड स्टेप को जानूँ से करके। तो हम लोग पढ़ाई को बहुत अच्छे से एंजॉय कर रहे हैं और पाली को।
I want to learn Pali and Buddhist about Buddha and teach my native place.
The Mahavihara has done well to turn the vision behind its creation into reality. The institution has traversed a long distance since its inception and has established itself as a reputed institution of Pali and Buddhist studies, with students coming from the entire Buddhist world, like to the ancient Nalanda Mahavihara.
आज भी हमारे करीब 8-10 करीब देशों के, खास करके दक्षिण पूर्वी एशियाई देशों से हमारे भिक्षु विद्यार्थी यहाँ आते हैं, अपनी ज्ञान पिपासा को यहाँ शांत करते हैं। और इतनी बड़ी संख्या में बौद्ध भिक्षु किसी अन्यत्र विश्वविद्यालयों में आपको नहीं मिलेगा। लगभग 250 विद्यार्थी यहाँ पर हैं, बौद्ध भिक्षु विद्यार्थी, और वे सभी यहाँ बड़े ही आराम से रह रहे हैं और अपनी ज्ञान पिपासा को शांत कर रहे हैं।
I choose the Nalanda Mahavihara for my place to study because this place is very well known and very famous all around the world. And I heard that the Buddha, the Bhikkhu and the Bhikshuni Sangha visit here and came here to study here. So I follow the path of them to learn much knowledge as I can here.
I'm very happy that I have to enter here because most of teachers is very qualified, very concentrate us to study in the Buddhist also, in Pali also, in English also.
All the students who are coming from Southeast Asian countries, when they come and study at Nalanda Mahavihara, they get they get elated that they are studying in Nalanda. So Nalanda itself becomes the focal point and a source of inspiration. And all these students, when they go back to their country, they work as an ambassador of Nalanda, an ambassador of India in propagating the Nalanda tradition.
The journey of the Mahavihara to reach its present level is of utmost importance. The Mahavihara was taken over by the Department of Culture, Ministry of HRD, Government of India on the 25th of February 1994. It subsequently attained the status of a deemed university in 2006. A huge amount of developmental work took place after the institution became a deemed university. The deemed university, which started its journey from just one building, is now spread over an area of 81 acres, split into 3 campuses: academic, residential and cultural.
जो डेवलपमेंट डॉक्टर पंत के समय में हुआ उसको शब्द में बयान नहीं कर सकते। आज हमारे पास इतना सरप्लस है कि आज अगर विश्वविद्यालय निर्णय ले कि 10 डिपार्टमेंट खोल सकता है। आज निर्णय ले कि हम 500 लोगों का सेमिनार करें तो उसको रख के खिला सकता है, और किसी तरह की कोई असुविधा नहीं है। इसमें सरकार और डॉक्टर पंत की भूमिका अत्यंत ही सराहनीय है। हम लोग का जो सहयोग समय समय पे चाहिए था हम लोगों ने दिया।
जब हम लोग 2000 में ज्वाइन किए थे तो एक ही बिल्डिंग थी पढ़ाने के लिए, जिसमें लाइब्रेरी भी था, जिसमें पढ़ाई भी होती थी। उस दिशा में क्या कहते हैं बाद में जाकर के फैकल्टी बिल्डिंग हम लोगों को मिला। उसके बाद एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बिल्डिंग उसी में लाइब्रेरी में ही होता था, उसके लिए एक अलग से फिर बिल्डिंग बनी।
ये सांस्कृतिक ग्राम नहीं था, ये हॉस्टल्स नहीं थे, कुछ नहीं थे, लेकिन सब इस डायरेक्टर ने किया। तो ये सब कुछ आधुनिकता के अनुसार से, आधुनिकता से परिपूर्ण करके इस महाविहार को हाईलाइट किया।
2000, I joined this university as a director, and I started preparing a visionary plan that how best we will be able to develop this university as a center, as a total university, focusing mainly on the ideas and the theme connected with Buddhism.
Academically also this institution has grown a lot. When I joined in 2000, we had 3 postgraduate programs. Now we are offering postgraduate programs in almost 8 subjects. And students' response from many countries has increased over the years.
The tremendous improvement in the infrastructure and good administration has resulted into a huge increase in the number of students coming to the Mahavihara. The deemed university had a total strength of 623 students under various programs of study in the academic year 2014-15.
We have certificate courses in Pali, Chinese and Tibetan studies, diploma courses in Pali, Chinese and Tibetan studies, BA honors course in Pali only, and master's course in Pali, ancient history, culture and archaeology, philosophy, Sanskrit, English, Hindi, Buddhist studies and Tibetan studies, and PhD courses in all these subjects.
इतने साल बीत जाने के बाद भी हमारे पास कोई भी ऐसा कंप्लेन रैगिंग का नहीं आया, ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। यूजीसी इस दिशा में बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है, बहुत सक्रिय है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऐसा आदेश है कि किसी भी तरह का रैगिंग कभी कैंपस में न होने पाए। हम लोग बहुत विजिलेंट इस मुद्दे पर रहे हैं।
काफ़ी एक अच्छा माहौल है। अब आप यहाँ पर देखेंगे कि नियमित कक्षाएं लग रही हैं और विद्यार्थियों का कक्षाओं में आना जाना, पठन पाठन का एक माहौल बना है।
The Nalanda Mahavihar has not only been able to create an extremely potent environment for higher academic pursuits, but has also proved to be a boon for nearby rural areas and the local population, especially women.
जब मैं पढ़ते गई तो उसमें डूबती चली गई। वो भगवान बुद्ध के उपदेशों को जानने को मिला, सीखने को मिला, और जब उसे महसूस हुआ तो मुझे लगा कि नहीं, सचमुच में ही इनके उपदेश हैं जो सच्चा। तो मैंने एमए किया, उसके बाद अभी पीएचडी कर रही हूँ।
बीए में भी मेरा गोल्ड मेडल हुआ, फिर एमए में भी की तो उसमें भी गोल्ड मेडल हुआ, फिर प्लस मेरा नेट निकला, तो यहीं से फिर हमको कहीं जाने का ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ा। नेट भी हो गया तो आराम से यहीं मैं पीएचडी भी कर सकी।
महिलाएं तो अच्छा पढ़ रही हैं सर, पहले की अपेक्षा मुझे लग रहा है कि बहुत ज़्यादा महिलाएं अब जागरूक हैं। अकेले आराम से हम लोग आ सकते हैं। नालंदा नज़दीक भी है राजगीर वाले के लिए, और नालंदा के भी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट यहाँ एडमिशन ले रखे हैं।
एकदम रूरल एरिया में है सर। बहुत सारे लोग को ये भी नहीं कैपेसिटी था कि वो रह करके बाहर में पढ़ सकेंगे, तो इसका एक बहुत बड़ा ये माध्यम नाम नालंदा महाविहार रहा कि लोगों को जो है पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट पीएचडी वगैरह जो है करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ यहाँ से लोगों को।
The well-stocked library of the Mahavihar is housed in a 2-storied building which contains 16 research cubicles and 2 large rooms on either side. This repository of knowledge has a huge collection of approximately 60,000 important books and journals besides own publications. One of the most important features of this library is its rare manuscripts collection.
I would like to show a special and precious manuscript that is called the Ashtosahasrika Prajna Paramita. It is special because it belongs in the 9 Vaipulya Sutra of Mahayana text. It is written with gold, the first page. It is precious because it has many illustrations.
Keeping the importance of the Mahavihar in mind, the National Mission of Manuscripts gave it permission in 2005 to start a Manuscripts Resource Center for commissioning tasks of survey, listing, cataloguing, and awareness campaigns of manuscripts. The curriculum of the university is the most unique feature of this equally unique institution.
As per the curriculum, we have all the classical languages which is connected with Buddhism, that is Pali, Buddhist Sanskrit, Chinese, Tibetan. Besides that, we have subjects like Buddhist studies, philosophy. The thrust area is again in Buddhist philosophy. Then English and Hindi, but there also our curriculum is Buddhist based. The English literature focuses the things which are connected with Buddhism, the theme connected with Buddhism, and similarly in Hindi also. So basically the thrust area of our university is focused on Buddhism, and our faculty is also trying to emphasize on the teachings of the Buddha.
हमारे डायरेक्टर साहब का ये कहना है कि जो भी सिलेबस आपका हो वह बुद्धिज्म से संबंधित सिलेबस हो, कम से कम और कुछ नहीं तो एक पेपर बुद्धिज्म से संबंधित जरूर हो। तो हम अगर आर्कोलॉजी भी पढ़ाते हैं तो उसके सिलेबस में बुद्धिज्म साइड को अधिक लेते हैं।
The Mahavihara has been organizing a large number of seminars, conferences, debates like the Nalanda Dialogue and exhibitions both at the national as well as the international level. The Mahavihara has been organizing a number of festivals as well, like the Northeast India Festival under a special program of the Government of India. All these activities are part of applied aspect of teaching with a view to sharpen research activities. But now, Vipassana meditation has been added as the new and the most important dimension of applied aspect of teaching. The students, faculty and staff members can now sit an in-house course in the newly created Vipassana Meditation Center in the cultural campus of the university.
Here at the moment we have Vipassana meditation, and that's part of the curriculum. All our PhD students, it is mandatory for them to sit a 10-day course and practice Vipassana. Because unless and until we practice, we won't be able to understand the theory. So in a way, the theory and the practice should go together, leading to experience. And this was the thrust area of the teaching, education of in Buddhism also. Buddha emphasized on theory, which means pariyatti, practice patipatti, and experience pativedana. When you have the theory and the practice, then you experience. And when you know a thing with your experience, then it becomes part of your own being. Then nobody can deviate you from that.
The cultural campus or the Sanskritik Gram, situated next to the historical Pushkarni Lake, is another unique aspect of Nalanda Mahavihara. The cultural campus was not only conceived and meticulously designed to cradle and promote art, craft and culture, but also to preserve and promote the rich cultural heritage of Nalanda. It consists of an artisan village, an open-air theatre, a guest house complex presently used for Vipassana meditation, a theme park, and an amphitheatre. The Xuanzang Memorial Complex is one of the highlights of this campus. One of the big achievements of the Mahavihara has been the completion and inauguration of Xuanzang Memorial on the 12th of February 2007. This grand memorial is not only a befitting tribute to the Tibetan master, but also one of the most important symbols of India-China friendship, cooperation, and cultural exchange, of which Xuanzang was an important catalyst. The memorial has become a major tourist attraction and draws visitors from different parts of the world.
Xuanzang, he talks a lot about the places connected with Buddhism and all. So Nalanda Mahavihara, we thought that we should try and do a mapping based on his travelogue. As a result, one of our project which has come up, which is on the revival of the ancient Buddhist pilgrimage, we have taken Xuanzang's travelogue as one of our main source material.
The project exponents have worked hard to highlight and generate awareness about the tangible and intangible heritage spread in Bihar, and work in tandem with the community for the conservation and protection of this priceless heritage.
When we started the GIS documentation of Xuanzang, we realized that nothing much has been done in this regard. So based on our findings under this mapping of Rajgir, Nalanda and around project, we prepared this revival of ancient Buddhist pilgrimage in Bihar, because we realized under this project, under this mapping project, that this heritage is spread everywhere in this Bihar. You go 3 kilometers anywhere from any place and you will stumble upon an ancient Buddhist remains. And we found that if we have to involve the community with this heritage, because this heritage cannot be preserved by government legislation alone. So community needs to be involved. Unless this pilgrimage is revived and people start coming and community gets benefited, this heritage cannot be protected, preserved, or taken care of in a sustainable way.
A remarkable achievement of this project is the revival of the Jethian Veluvan pilgrimage path. This was the beginning of a new chapter in the efforts of the Nalanda Mahavihar for revival of ancient Buddhist pilgrimage, conservation, protection of Buddhist heritage, and for generating awareness amongst the local community and showcasing the same to the world. Monks, nuns and lay devotees from 15 countries participated in this historic event and walked on this path in the footsteps of the Buddha.
We did this Jethian Rajgir walk. This path is an ancient trail which Xuanzang mentions. He has walked and Buddha has walked that path many times. And this Xuanzang says that this path was built by Bimbisara himself. We have such a rich literature, we have such a good information. So based on this, we had this walk. Stupas have come up along the path. So rituals and roots are reviving. The community is so enthusiastic. The Jethian people, whole village turned up. They stood at every kilometer, they were standing with the flags. And people who were working at different places in this country, they all came to participate in this walk. They were so proud. So Bihar is welcome, Bihar is ready. Bihar is ready for this revival of this pilgrimage.
A vibrant past of Nalanda has inspired the Nalanda Mahavihar to work for its dynamic future. A pursuit the deemed university continues to follow faithfully to this day.
We are the repository of the ancient Nalanda University, and we try to keep the tradition.
We have the authentic history, and we carry the tradition of ancient Nalanda.
The Nalanda Mahavihar celebrated its 63rd foundation day on the 20th of November 2014. The day was reminiscent of the past and the present achievements of this unique institution, with an eye at the future to take it to its complete glory.
मैं इसे एक पूर्ण विश्वविद्यालय के रूप में देखना चाहता हूँ। जिस प्रकार हमारा प्राचीन विश्वविद्यालय पूरे विश्व में ख्याति प्राप्त था, हमारा विश्वविद्यालय भी, हमारा महाविहार भी इसी प्रकार पूरे विश्व में इसकी ज्ञान की ज्योति फैले और समस्त लोग इससे लाभ उठाएं।
The Mahavihar has done well to carry forward the legacy and the heritage of ancient Nalanda Mahavihar, incorporating the real essence of the teachings of the Buddha, and thus reviving the traditions and the values of ancient Nalanda Mahavihar. This truly is an institution with a difference.
शरणं